Alright, hi there YouTube, it's Glenn, Kilo G69, showing another solar tracker. This one's making its way up to Michigan this week sometime. This one, and I think what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to ship all of these pre-built out and welded together with the secondary bracket so you can run dual axis if you wish. This would be your second north-south actuator. This would be an east-west actuator. I'll also ship it with the that big screw, north-south adjustment screw will come with it, and you can run it single axis if you wish. And somewhere down the road you can change it over to dual. And one important thing when you're hooking up your actuators, this obviously is hooked up just for demonstration. These have to be in parallel. They can't be like to the left or to the right cocked. Same thing on the north-south actuator. They got to be straight in and out. You may have to add washers or spacers or whatever it requires. And I would also recommend you get yourself a Progressive Automations actuator or a Thompson. Those seem to work well. They're in the $300 range each. And you can do a 24 on the east-west and an 18 on the north and south. In a minute here now, I'm going to go get my tripod and I'm going to demonstrate how this works. This one is getting shipped out with the dual axis. Hopefully that's showing up. It's awful bright out here. That's the eye for LEDs. And this is the dual axis controller. Again, it's an AXTRAKA dual axis. It's all self-explanatory, the instructions and how to make it work are plain right in front of you. Alright, so I'm going to go get the tripod and hook this up to an 18-volt battery so it goes a little quicker, and I'll demonstrate how it works. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully we'll be able to catch this. Get it hooked up to an 18-volt battery so it'll go a little quicker. And again, you have single axis and dual axis, manual and automotive mode, auto mode, east switch, a west switch, south and north. I'm going to set this to manual, and I'm going to throw this thing out of whack so you can see how it goes. I'm going to put it down to the dual axis. Down is dual. Alright, let's take this to the east. And again, these LEDs up here are what's catching the sun. This is simulating being mounted on the uppermost eastern solar panel. That's where that goes. Alright, that's far enough out of skew where it should pick it up. Now I'm going to send it south with the second actuator. You just merely push this button down. In reality, the slower that these actuators actually move, the more accurate the positioning will be. You don't want them to go really fast. This control box will take 12 volts or 24 volts, whatever one you wish to use. 12 volt is much simpler because you can merely put a little board on a bracket below the hole and install your 12 volt battery to run it, and put like a little 10 watt solar panel to charge the battery, and you'll be happy. Or however way you wish to do it. And the wires I have to this connection coming out of this control box right now to the actuators need to be changed. These are strictly for demonstration. Need to have a nice secure wire of the proper size. And I've actually gotten a few more degrees out of these. This will actually go 75 degrees to the south. Anybody that's been watching this for a while or watching me build these, I always seem to find a new way to make them a little bit different, a little better. And as I mentioned before, from now on they'll all ship out with the secondary bracket, so you can either go dual axis or single. Alright, I think that should be far enough out of whack. Obviously, if this was at your property, your solar panels would probably almost parallel to the ground. So that would be good for like extreme northern location. Okay, now I'm just going to take this switch switch it from here and switch it to automatic. And what it's going to do, and you won't be able to see these lights probably lighting up, they're all different colors because it's so bright. What it'll do is it'll search for the east and west location first, and then it will do the north, south. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the clicks this is making inside, because it'll keep searching until it's balanced. So here we go. Here goes the automatic. Now, there's a blue light on here. I don't know if you can see it. The blue light's on. And it's actually the green light's on too. I just can't see it. It's turning it to the west. Green would be west, and it's going to want to take it north next because I've thrown it all out of whack. Again, these actuators are just what I use for setting these up. You need to get a nice big heavy duty actuator. These will take up to 300 watt solar panels, 6 of them. Okay, now it's tilting up to the north to get the north-south axis in line. I don't know if you can see this, but the east red button is on and the north button is on. So it's tilting the amount back to the north. And I'm sure you're not picking up those lights. When this box starts to be even in the north-south area where it wants to be, you'll hear these relays clicking inside. It'll keep searching until it's happy. That's normal. It's supposed to make that noise. Okay, it didn't do it that time. The sun's bright. It was kind of overcast before when I did it. So there it is. Now just to show you again, I'll switch it back to manual and I'll screw it up again. Well, it's bringing itself back. It's correcting. Thought it was a bit west. It may do the north-south again. Yep, it's happy now. Alright, so I'm going to put it back on manual mode. I'm going to send it back to the east, where it doesn't want to be, and then it'll go through its paces and reclaim it again. And I got a good sun signal right now, so that it should work well. Okay, I'm gonna let it go again. Manual is this way, that way it's automatic. I'm gonna put it back in automatic. It's thinking. Probably what I just did, there's a timeout feature in here, so these aren't walking back and forth all the time. It may have timed out. I just sent it back to the east, and now it's probably going to take it back to the west. But it is working fine. Set it back to manual. Push it back to the east. The battery must have come undone. Yeah, that's the problem. Battery came out. That'll make it do that. Wonder it wasn't working. Alright, let's send it back to automatic. There it goes back to the west. This is just kind of a little gaff rig I got going here on this 18-volt battery, so I keep pulling off. Now again, it's recalculating. And that's it. That's how that works. This will keep your solar panel at the absolute optimum level for production. With the dual axis unit, you should get roughly 40% more power than you would over a fixed panel array, and you probably get like another 10% over a single axis. It varies in your location. Me being here in South Florida, I've had these hooked up both ways. The sun is so bright down here, it didn't seem for me to make a big difference, but if you were in a northern location, it would make a big difference. So it depends on where they're going. And that's it. And again, you can set this back manual. I can bring this back to the west. That's I'm looking at it upside down. Send it back to the east. And I can mess with the north-south axis. I'm tilting the panels to the south now. I'm going to let this go for a bit to auto, it should correct itself. And there it goes. It will always set the east-west location prior to the north-south. It needs to have a reference. And it's not uncommon on a cloudy day for these to default to like a flat to the sun location, to the radiance of the sun is bright enough. And here it goes. There it is. It's all corrected. So that's the demonstration of the dual axis solar tracker. That's the demonstration of the AXTRAKA dual axis solar controller. And this unit is going with this solar tracker. And I bought like 10 units when I had the ability to do so. So that's the demonstration. As far as putting in your second actuator, all I did was use a 5-inch by 1/2-inch wood lag bolt and just drill the hole to whenever you get it finally hooked up to where your angle is going to work with the north-south axis at your location, and just screw your actuator right to the pole for the second one. It's all real simple. Alright, so I'm going to end this up. And hopefully I caught that. Thanks for watching. And there's one more thing I wanted to bring up. As I said, this unit here is already purchased and sold. It's going to be delivered this week. I have 2 more units identical to this available, and they take about a 2-week loadout period to get them finished up, painted, and ready to ship. They're partially built. They're just too big to have these laying around. All right, thanks for watching.